Hi out there. So today I'm cooking red currant lemonade. Maybe it's called juice in American, I don't know. I have these white and red currants, and then I have some red currants. And I filled this steam juicer up with white and red currants. They are frozen. You can see. I hope you can see. I'll separate it so you can see how it works. This is where the fruit goes in, the one with the holes in the bottom. And then there is this part. Now it's filthy because I had the red currant standing. And this has this on it where the juice comes out, and it has a lock. So you double it so the juice doesn't run out while you're steaming it. And here in the bottom, it's warm now because I put on the heat. Here in the bottom part, you put the water high up as you can get, but it will boil over if you. I have it 1 centimeter from this edge in here, and there is a small hole here where you put the corn. And then you put the fruit in, and then you put the lid on. And you need to keep the lid on. It's not that you can't check while you're cooking it how much juice has run out, because you need to check this middle part from time to time, every half hour, how much juice has come out, because it can run over and then it runs into the water part and then you lost it. Then you put a pot next to the steam juicer where you put this in, like this, so that it doesn't run anywhere, and then it's ready to tap the juice when it has been boiling. I have put it on 5 out of 6, that's fairly high, not maximum, but almost maximum. And then it will boil for around 2 hours, and when this has boiled a little down, I will add this extra fruit so that the juice there will be more juice to have in the end. And then I'll get back to you. Hi again. It has now been boiling for half an hour, and it's actually quite boiling. And here you can see, I will take you over here. You can see the cord is filled with juice, and that's also an indication that it's time to empty it over in the pot. So I will take this lock off, and it does become filthy, this cord, but there's nothing to do about this. So be careful that it stays in the pot, because it can you can easily have it all over the place. Then you just lift it, and it spills right into the pot. And don't tilt it right away, because then it can easily get into the water in the bottom. And you also need to take care of that there's also always water enough in the bottom. If it runs dry, it's not so good. Now you can begin to tilt, and it's already come quite a lot of juice out of this in half an hour. That was that. And then I will, this is warm now, but you just gotta be tough. It's not always that it works in the first one. Like that. It worked in the first go. And then I will put the lid on for it to stay here, and then as it has boiled down, I'll show you. It only fills this much now. And then I can put in some more red currants. So I will. And they have not quite thawed yet. And that doesn't really matter. It's easier when they're frozen, because then the juice hasn't started to run out in the bowl that I keep them in, so that's actually quite nice. red currants I were allowed to pick. A lady put up on Facebook that she had some red currants that she wouldn't get picked. So I could pick them for free in her garden. And I did. I just brought her a bag of candy. And she was satisfied and I was satisfied. These white ones I had from my family. And I'm very happy they let me pick it. So even though I don't have red currants in my garden, I have been lucky enough to get these berries anyway. This may be a little bit overfilled. No, it's okay. I can put the lid on because you need to keep the steam inside the pot for it to work. So I will put the lid back on, and then you need to run the ventilation for it not to get steamy in your entire kitchen. And now I will cook it again for half an hour, come back, take the juice in the pot, and I will keep doing that until the berries have cooked down and there will be no more juice to get out of them, and I will show you what that looks like. Now I took out the juice for the second time, and this is the amount that I have. There you can see it. And I will put sugar in it now. And you can see the steam comes off of it, and that is because it's still quite hot. So I will put the sugar in. In Denmark we very often use a preservative called etamol. And I use this when I make lemonade. I put it in my bottles here along with some water. And then I shook the bottle and poured it onto the next bottle. So these are sterilized now. And I will also put a bit of preserve in the juice before I bottle it up. After I put the sugar in, this preserve cannot, it loses its ability to preserve if you put it in something that is boiling 100 degrees. So it has to be cooled a little bit down, which this is getting now. And I will add some sugar, and I'm eyeballing these lemonades because I made it so many times. I just taste it while it's warm. And then it does contain quite a lot of sugar. And you saw how much, I believe there's 2 to 3, there's probably 3 liters in there. And this is a kilo of sugar. And I will put maybe half a kilo, maybe a little more, like that. That's approximately half a kilo. And then I will stir it, and then I will taste it. And the red currants are quite sour, so I might need some more sugar than this. But there's more in the steam juicer to get out. But I used this pot here, and there was no more space in it. It varies quite a lot how much juice you get out of berries. If you use apples, there doesn't come as much juice out of it as when you use berries. So it varies very much how many bottles of lemonade you get out of it. So I can hear when it's not crunchy on the bottom anymore. I'll just fetch a spoon so I can taste it. And I keep stirring. The stove is not on this pot. I'm just dissolving it in the warmth that it had from the steam juicer. And now it's dissolved, the sugar, and I will taste it. I will add a little more sugar to it, because it gets a little less sweet when it cools off. So now I added about 3/4 of a kilo, and I will dissolve this also. Not dilute, like I said in one of my other videos. You must forgive the language flowers from time to time, as in English is not my native language, as you can probably very well hear. I'm stirring to dissolve. It's almost dissolved now. And I'll give it a new taste test. Now it's very sweet and nice. So I will bottle it up. And I use one of these and put it in the bottle. Here I have this lock on, so that, can you see it, so that it doesn't fall out. The juice doesn't fall out of the steamer. But right now I'm taking my chance because I need the space. Also, I'll just put the juice here, I think, like this. And I will take a soup spoon, like this, and just put it in the bottles. And that will take a while. I will put all the juice when this is finished also. I will put sugar in it. I will put preserve in it. And then I will bottle it up, and I will show you when we get to the taste test how many bottles I get out of it. So this is what the pulp looks like when it has finished getting the juice out of the berries. Now it becomes steamy, but we can see that the berries have shrunk, and the red ones no longer contain very much color, as you can see. So this is how the berries should look like when there's no more juice in it. I leave it though for a little while, because after the steaming process has ended, there will still be some outpouring from the berries. So I leave it for maybe half an hour to drip off, so I get the last of the juice out of it. Now it's time for the taste test, and I took a glass of ice cubes, and then I'm going to test it. This is still warm, so that's why I use the ice cubes. And then I will put some sparkling water in it that is cold. And then we'll see how this tastes. Cheers. It needs a little bit more lemonade. It's very tasty. It's a traditional way to use red currants in Denmark. And if you don't have the preserve at home like we do in Denmark, you can jar up the juice after you steamed it and water bath can it. I would water bath can it for 30 minutes, and then it will last for at least a year, like other things that you can. But in Denmark we don't have the mason jars available, so it's tradition to use this preserve. I hope you have a good day out there. Bye for now.